Hello, I'm Gary Thompson, and we're here for another episode of Boyle Talks. Today we'll be talking with Cary Whitehead, who's an Executive Vice President here at Boyle. Cary, you've been here since 1995. Why do people want to give Boyle loans?
Well, we are conservative by nature. We've done loans with companies, frankly, since 1933 when the company was founded. We're very much a relationship borrower. We try to mitigate all our risks that we can. We fix rate on 97% of our loans are fixed rate, so we don't get caught in an updraft when interest rates start moving. We generally do 10 to 25-year terms. We stagger our maturity so we don't ever get caught in 1 year where we have a lot of loans coming due.
And we pay the notes.
And we pay. We've never defaulted in the history of the company.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, there aren't many 90-year-old companies that can say that. That's primarily for the low leverage level we maintain and the quality and of the ownership of the company. It's a fine family that just believes in doing what they say.
Right. Cary, you mentioned that from a finance standpoint, we're very conservative here at Boyle. Tell us what that means. I mean, does it matter that Boyle really still owns most of the buildings that we own and operate? Does that matter to a lender?
It does, because they know we build a better product knowing we're going to keep it. Developers, generally called merchant developers, they build the product as cheaply as they can because they're only going to own it for a few years and they're going to sell it. Where we keep product as long as we can keep it, frankly, 15, 20, 30 years, until we feel like we've maxed out the product, the neighborhood has changed. Otherwise, we keep it. And we finance that way. We look for moderate leverage, because when dollars are free, when the lenders are trying to get money out the door, we could leverage higher than we do, but we don't, because we want to be in the position where when the cycle changes and the money is not as available, the lenders still are delighted to do business with us. They know we're going to pay it off, and they know we don't over leverage. So long term, it's a better strategy for the long-term whole concept of Boyle.
So Cary, we've worked together in various capacities over the years. It's been fun to work with you, and I've watched you here in the company. You've been very successful previously and in the company. What's your favorite thing about working at Boyle?
I'd say the integrity, not only of the people who work here, but more importantly, the ownership, the family. The lending community likes to see, they like to touch and feel the owners. They like to become comfortable with them and how they do business and what kind of character they have. It's always a pleasure. You can confidently and truthfully go to a lender and tell him this is going to happen and that's going to happen, and know it will, and not worry, well, the owner's going to pull the rug out from under and he isn't going to do what we've committed to. So it's a pleasure to work with people like that.
Well, and that's happened in multiple generations.
Yes.
And so that's very unusual in any family business, but it's very consistent here. And as I've done these interviews with other people, that word floats to the top almost every time. Integrity. And really what that comes down to is doing what you say you're going to do.
Precisely.
And we work for people that do that, and that's very exciting.
And if you're a lender, that's really important.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Their jobs depend on their loan portfolio paying off when it's due,
right,
and not having loan workouts. So that's one of the great things about working here.
Thanks, Cary.
Great pleasure.
And thank you for joining us for another episode of Boyle Talks. For more information about Boyle or any of our communities, visit us at boyle.com.